know it's Wednesday, man. It's Wednesday, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday? Okay. Got to fade it out?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the Sports Talk Show and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks coming to you live from Houston, Texas, broadcasting on the Power 101.5 FM in Houston, Texas. And guess what though? There's several ways you can watch and listen to Facebook. If you don't like Facebook, go to YouTube and type in the same thing, ChopShopHTX, and like and subscribe to our page, and you'll get notifications when we're on. It's a great, great day. It's 13 weeks from today. Jimmy, it'll be college basketball. Jimmy texted Chris Walker because he texted him. We're starting the show. But I'd like to start this show off, y'all. We lost such a great, important voice yesterday. I'll say goodbye to Toni Morrison, you know, the first African-American woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. She died yesterday. She was 88 years old. I mean, I don't share this planet with her. She's a trailblazing author. What a life. What a remarkable, remarkable life. She not only changed the landscape of American writing, she changed the landscape of America. And I never forget one of the things that I remember her saying. She said, if you only feel tall, what's the problem? I'm gonna repeat that. If you only feel tall when somebody else is on their knees, my queen, and that's how I wanted to start this show off today, Jimmy. But I know we got a lot of stuff going on in sports today, so I thought I'd give it. Go look up Toni Morrison. You got to remember, I had 5 sisters, so hey, always. What you got? What you got?
Well, we got a lot of different topics today. We got football news, baseball news, basketball news, and daily as well. And you know, sometimes we are smart or wise in the topic of recruiting, but sometimes, you know, it just might take a little bit more to. But first, and for you football heads out there, let's get right in. Chris Walker's about to is about to join us shortly. But Ezekiel Elliott,
excuse me, hold on, Jim. Hey, that interface button, that thing right there for me. Maybe that's it. Because people online says people are talking in the background. It's getting it from somewhere. So.
Well, so now Ezekiel Elliott informed the Cowboys he's not going to play without a contract. So now, and they're running back, right? Now he looks pretty doggone good because it's out on the Spurs, you know. And you look at it now, these guys in football, and I was listening to Eric Dickerson talk, played with the Colts and with the Rams, I'm sorry. And Eric Dickerson, he basically broke it down, of course you know, in the NFL. And the way that these contracts are set up, right, they get you for 2 years with an option for 2 more. You
don't sign up for
4 years.
You sign up for 4 years. And then they got up into 7 years to hold on to you because they can franchise you after the 4th year for 3 more years. So they can have control of your contract, of course.
And so if you get an opportunity to get a bag, then you better take full advantage of it. I think Zeke is set to make about three, like he wants a new contract.
Yeah.
You know, you got to realize the Cowboys have to face the signing Dak Prescott. They have to and now get this deal done. So, man, I mean, the preseason opener is at Frisco, and game. If he doesn't play, he could be subject to $40,000 a day. All right? And the way that this contract is set up, they can come after the prorated, the Cowboys can, about the collective bargaining agreement with the football side of things. Because basketball, it appears that they not necessarily
play a part in football more than it does in basketball. You got 53 guys that you have to pay and you got to deal with instead of 13 or 50. And if you guarantee these contracts, these guys are more susceptible to a career-ending and you get what you bargained for. And let me tell you something. Zeke is still under contract for 2 more years. You did that. Let me repeat that. Zeke was the 4th of his contract. Amari Cooper is in the last deal of his contract. They're in camp right now. Zeke got 2 years left on it. I'm not going to show up. Le'Veon Bell didn't even do that. You follow me? To this team. And then I go look back at the record. It's kind of parallel to, and think about it, over the last 3. First of all, dude, you're always in the commissioner's office. You're always in the commissioner's office. Le'Veon Bell, you always in the commissioner, get suspended for something. You want to grab on a woman. Some people are scared to give you some money, dude. Because if you're acting crazy with this little bit of money, the NFL, Zeke got paid, Jimmy. Don't get it twisted. He was the 4th pick. Usually you don't draft running backs that early in the draft. Usually you would. But when you draft them that high, you got to pay them. Odds of it. I got to give you, I can't sit up here and just read off a script deal. He's saying, hold on, man. I'm going to take care of all y'all. My quarterback, the most important position in football, Tom Brady will tell you, is the quarterback. There's nobody who, the kid named Anderson, the running back. You're talking about him. You mentioned about. That's how easy you can plug another guy in if you got a great quarterback. Great. Don't get it wrong. But sometimes 2 years left on his deal, Chris. But 1 year left on his deal. Le'Veon Bell had to do it. He had to do it. So that's like a TI is. And that's it. So Chris Walker, are you there?
No, he's there. He's getting it together. His mic. What the Zeke Elliott thing is, Zeke Elliott fell for the okie doke. He really loved him a little bit more than he
had to do with money. This ain't got nothing to do with us.
No, I understand because otherwise being on the trouble side.
Oh, okay.
So that means you say I got rope. You felt
this is the only
talent.
In Zeke's defense, I'm gonna help you. This is his only leverage because once he show up, he don't have the game check yet. So guess what? He just tell y'all something. That's not Jimmy. Preseason don't count. Preseason don't count.
No, but they start docking.
Be forgiven. If he come back at the camp, this game, that's for you to run your mouth on and talk about. All of that stuff is forgiven. I didn't read. It's forgiven. All the fines and some of it.
Understand? That's why you're the pro at the football.
No,
yeah, you.
How you guys gonna have a conversation about my Cowboys without me?
We wanted to.
The bottom line, Adam, I have to disagree completely with Robert Adam.
And I want you to.
I don't agree with nothing that he said. Only thing I agree with is that he cannot come. Agree with Adam is that if Carson Wentz had the 2nd most wins in the NFL behind Tom Brady, and now let's get this right, if I'm wrong. Nick Foles was the one that took them where they went. What's the boy in the Panthers? What's it with the crazy one? Was dressing crazy?
Cam Newton. He's not crazy. No sense.
He in the league too, right?
Right.
Well, why
Hold on. Dak's deal is about to get done. That's why he in camp. It's a time on some of these guys. This is a real complex deal.
Let me talk. When Zeke did not play, what was that? What was that? I mean, when Zeke didn't play.
Dak, I took out of Dak. You know.
Look at his numbers. Hey, get somebody.
I done already looked at the numbers, and I'm gonna bring them back to you. I done already looked at the numbers.
Hey,
No.
When Zeke was suspended, what was Dak's number?
I'm telling you, man. Dak Prescott. What are we talking about here? Because you got in on the end. We talking about Zeke. What are you talking about Zach for right now?
You need to pay Zeke, man. They need to go in the mass and pay.
He got 2 years left on his deal. You're supposed to have an objective opinion if you're gonna be on this show. You can't come in and sound like a fanboy.
We keeping that sorry coach all them years. We can pay
in Pittsburgh, and the thing is the talent greater than the problem? Then you expend them.
Chris,
Chris.
when he pushed the little boy down, I mean, why he drunk and cussing his girlfriend out in public?
Let me ask you a question.
So,
let me ask you a question. You've been on this side. You know more than me. When have we not paid a basket in the NFL? It never comes up.
I haven't seen too many basketball players caught on tape. I haven't seen too many basketball players do that.
Maybe the Dallas Cowboys are very popular. No one cares what happens with the Milwaukee Bucks, or no one
Got
cares
to
what
be
happens with the
actual
Atlanta
rap.
Hawks. Cowboys, man.
You
Everything
got-
we bring, they feel it in Spain. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying. So what are you saying? What are you trying to say about Zeke? Just
On the field. So are you paying him for being a good Samaritan, or are you paying him for being a great running back? Which one are you paying him for?
guess what? I'm paying to be a great teammate. Distractions that hurt my shield. You're not a good teammate.
No.
There you go. You think about it like this. On the flip side, you know, he has 2 years left, and at a total of 12 million combined for those 2 years. Kapoof. You know, no Zeke, no more Vegas, no more tricking.
That's why I contract like it's your last. Cause it might be Chop Shop. We'll be back in a minute. Got you down there off the pitch.
Which thing you want? Get that.
Yes, this is it. No, it's another string somewhere. Hold up. Down. It's behind something. You're confusing me. Right now, where we are? Where this is the main street. Where are we right now? I can see what's going on right now.
That's a better view. He's still on your Facebook page.
No, I'm talking about here.
It's just small. He must be muted. Let me see.
Muted.
When you unmute him, it'll get bigger. He'll come back on.
So I can't see it right now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's what I want to know.
Oh, down, look. Right when you come back. You see where it say people want to say one?
Okay, that's what I was trying to see.
Tell
right
Chris
there.
to come back.
This is the same screen that it's on?
Yeah, it's the same screen. If he
Yeah.
mutes his face, then it goes back to that smaller. And then to you guys, Chris, you know now we can leave him notes and messages over here. We'll tell him over here.
Oh,
And
okay.
we can communicate with him without you guys having to break the show.
Oh, he said he's on. No, we don't see him.
Not on here. This is us. He'll log off and come back on.
Okay, log on, come back on. All right.
Can't tell him here. I can see him on.
Okay. What's up? Hey, Corey Willis, he didn't know that woman.
Lynch at his camp for cursing. I mean, I understand something, dudes. Here's my thoughts. It's really simple. You know that what you're getting. If you're gonna,
Jimmy, so it's okay just because you know it is okay for somebody to cuss your kid out. It's not okay to cuss my kid out.
But you know what he's prone. You know what they're prone to.
And I'm gonna let him know, man. Don't cuss my son out. He ain't got no business doing it.
Okay,
Evidently, that lady didn't like it.
Don't take your son to that camp.
No.
Don't pay your money to go to
But
this
why a
camp.
grown ass man got to be cussing a kid out?
A lot of them do it all the time, regularly.
Not all of them.
A lot. Being then from New York City, and guess what? You can watch the Chop Shop live. Simply go in. We are there for you. While you're watching us, like our page. It's right on the front. Hit the like. I think it's a thumbs up button with your family and friends. Just put us on the timeline. You never know who can get a good shot of the Chop Shop. Now, moving shifting gear. We talked a little football last segment. Now, basketball, NBA of the NBA nature. You know, yes, because it is a tryout because they will have to make cuts. No matter what, I think about at least three will be cut.
I think it's 17 players. How many they get?
Well, they got to cut 5. I think that may be the most intriguing part of this camp. Who's going to get cut? You know, I mean, what else?
Because they're just not chosen for this team. That's why them plus a lot of players. I remember Rashard did because he wasn't guaranteed.
You have Kimball Walker, there's Al Lowry, Chris Middleton, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, them all.
Yeah, that's 7. So we put up the rest of them.
I got Harrison Barnes, Cut.
Oh my God. Bam.
Brooke Lopez gonna make it.
Well, get Bam. Let's name the rest of them.
Okay, Bam Adebayo, toughness. He might.
That's 9.
No, he might.
Jalen
Brown.
That's 9.
Might make it.
That's 10.
Okay.
So we got 3 more. You
we
said
know
Brooke.
Donald.
Keep one white.
Get
Miles
Sue.
Turner.
They got Brooke Lopez's wife.
Well, he got a half-breed.
Yeah.
He have.
He like Skim Tucker
Oh, Ginsu.
And-
Tucker make it.
and Miles Turner. Rounds out.
PJ Tucker gonna make it. Miles Turner,
Turner gonna make it too.
he gonna make it. So wait a minute, how many did you count?
That was 17.
No, I'm talking about who gonna get cut. Who they getting to?
That's what we're talking about right now. So now, seriously, I'm guys that are free
Okay,
spaces.
I said Mason Plumlee, you don't. But I said Ginsu.
But he'll glue dude. He a crazy glue dude.
He'll play, but I'm gonna keep Brooke Lopez. I cut him tomorrow.
Ginsu.
Then Bam.
3 words. I got 3 words. Ginsu.
Now, you know what? A lot of those guys don't. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, that's what he had experience doing. Everybody watch me. Everybody watch me. Watch
I'm
me.
doing right now.
I'm gonna look at
You guys
it.
do a rag every now
That
and
was
then.
Coach K back then. That was Coach K back then.
Oh yeah, Coach, yeah.
I mean, just realize though that may if 5 of these guys.
That's one.
Ginsu.
Mason Plumlee,
Ginsu.
Bam Adebayo, Marcus, and then Kyle Lowry. If he's not here, he's just there. He's not playing. He got an operation, so he might not come. He might not go.
De'Aaron Fox is going.
Oh, we got to put De'Aaron Fox gonna make the team.
He's gonna take.
But he's not on here.
No, I know, but they're waiting until the clearance to come from the doctor. But
That's
De'Aaron Fox
what-
is
yeah.
gonna be that. He's
Yeah.
gonna take Kyle.
Forgot about
Lowry's spot.
Fox in there.
So De'Aaron Fox could probably beat Marcus.
Hey, y'all look. Hey, I'm looking at the support staff. Okay, it is. It started off with Jerry Colangelo, Popovich, and Steve Kerr. But Lloyd Pierce, the head coach at the Atlanta Hawks, he's on the team. That dude from Philadelphia who coaches from Philadelphia, I don't know his name. Chris just called his name. He's an athletic trainer from the Dallas Mavericks. Answorth Allen, he's a team physician for the New York Knicks. He's African American, and Dr. Riley Williams, he's a surgeon from the. So the 3 teams. Yeah.
Hold on, they don't have a female coach because they got about 20 of them in the NBA now. I don't want to get
No, they don't have one. They don't have one.
I know it ain't Women Rock Wednesday, but they got about 30 of them, and they taking jobs away from men.
They ain't taking no job away, but they just better than y'all. She rather have than have you.
I talked about 3 NBA dudes today said they taking jobs away.
I got a question. So if the women have the Me Too movement, what is the men? What's the men's movement then? Since you want to have
Grizzlies hired a female this week, and she makes this happen in the past 3 seasons.
I think that's a great thing. I love having women around because the NBA just set this example for them. That's all.
Is that what it is?
That's all.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Okay, all right. You know,
But, I
I,
mean-
I know you're trying to be messy.
I'm not trying. I'm just saying.
Stand it, and guess what? It's okay. I legit, me personally, to have a woman's touch around. I don't want to be around a lot of you dudes. Assistant coach with the San Antonio Spurs. Got younger players coming in the team, in the teams now.
How many of those guys get coached in the AAU by women?
So it's time for a woman's touch. Okay, hold up. No, but they had their mama on the way home from the AAU practice. Their mama.
Why they coach them in the NBA? I'm just curious. I mean, I'm in the minority here, but I'm just asking.
Yeah, you can go on with that. I love the fact.
The logic.
I like a woman's touch.
No, but they don't coach them at any level, and then when they get to the highest, like coaching.
I don't care. In women's basketball, hold on.
That's their high.
In women's basketball, it's more men coaching the women than women. So what are you talking about? You're not something. He just talking. You just talking to me. He just talking to me.
When he coached summer ball, you know, both times he was the guy that actually did not want to play a game. He wanted to protest.
Women run.
So it's a long ongoing thing that he has
No, that's not true.
You got a complex on women reps, and we ain't. And so if you got a complex on women reps, we know you got a complex on the coach.
So you don't.
All I'm saying is, if they don't coach them in AAU, they don't coach them in college.
Because he got top.
Well,
All women run his empire.
And then when he gets
And that,
him, he quit.
all this, all this $10 million job, whatever the little job that Jeannie Bush thought she was paying him. He said, I don't want that. I got $1 billion corporation over here that I run. Y'all can't tell me what to do. I say his businesses.
I understand that. A lot of females are in charge.
If she qualified over you.
And who you pointing at? I know you're not pointing
you. You.
I understand now. In college, Chris staffs and
like two.
Yeah, Stephanie Reddy was with Drac. Coach Drac, the historic. No, ain't no one there. It's D1. They was winning. They won.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was 13.
Hey, Anthony Weston, I think you need to go do your research on that. He said, how many teams? Go do your research.
Tell him again.
Anthony Weston, you better go do your and then come back. When the last NBA game you went to, Anthony Weston, them women buying these women.
Hey, but let him do his research though.
I'm gonna let him do his research.
Basketball, when they do donors, when it comes to donors, most donors are men.
Okay. He said NBA tickets.
Let me get some numbers. I agree with you, Adam.
All I tell him to do is research now, because I just don't have time right now. So y'all got time. Go. I love you narcissistic dudes, because I'm gonna tear y'all playhouse down. The story about Roger Ailes.
It's unbelievable.
I talked. Go watch The Loudest Voice and watch how this misogynistic spirit has permeated Hollywood, baby.
I agree. And you know what he used? He used television to do it. He used television as a medium.
He used it.
Mike Douglas show to where we are now.
But did you see how they painted Rupert Murdoch? Like Rupert. Oh yes.
Real estate dude.
But we got to take a break now, Chris. You did great, Chris. I like that. Good, great. Chop. I got something else for you when we get home, man. If y'all do your job so great, your women wouldn't have to take over.
Turn the earphones down just a little bit.
Yeah. If y'all knew it was gonna happen. Knew it was gonna happen. I could have put $100,000 on that one. You know, I should have put the chair by his ass.
Hit that car.
Is it back on?
I mean, it just fell down. Yeah, it ain't unplugged.
Oh. No, that's over there. No, not ours.
No, I'm talking about this.
Let's put this down.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about before we went to the commercial.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about this. I'm doing it right now.
You turn mine's down.
All right.
Mine's down.
You could.
Women control the merchandise spending, men not. And that's why I told him to do his research, and he said he did. Well, quit reading one source. Chris, that's Chris's stuff. Yeah, that's Chris's stuff. Quit being one source, Joe.
Come back.
You still there?
No, he's not in the He left again. He can come back.
You chauvinists out here. Hey, wait, West. Oh, okay. Come on, Chris, I got something for you. Maybe he don't want what I. They don't make songs like that no more. Yeah, I'm ready.
5, 4, 3.
20 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly on the Power 101.5 FM. Jimmy, AJ, watch it. Yes, Jimmy. Come on back, Jimmy.
Well, of course, this elephant in the room in baseball has resurfaced, and that is, remember, Justin Verlander has been overvoiced because he's been very vocal about the balls possibly being juiced, right? So what he does is, and that's because of Verlander's giving up, right? this past weekend, he was signing his autograph on a baseball, and he grabbed the ball to sign. They throw you a football, you had to touch one. You know, you're gonna grab it and kind of caress it a little bit, and you know. So he grabbed that baseball and realized, wait a minute, he right ready to sign. 2 fingers like this, it touched the seams, and this man has been pitching for years, and he's like, no way that my 2 fingers is supposed to touch the seams on this ball. Nobody has countered. They just say, some people say, man, and just let it go up on and flow down the stream this year. And you have to realize the pitchers, their money is being messed with because the ERA goes up with more runs you allow. The balls are smaller. That's what they mean. Juice, that don't mean they got the balls in shape. The stitchings are tighter by the balls being small, which makes it easier. Certain pitches that the batter is in more control. This thing, at the same time, see more home runs than more strikeouts. So if this is, I'm down with it. Pitchers, deal with it. Justin Verlander, you still is a candidate for the Cy Young this year. Still, they will restart a home series against the Colorado Rockies at 7 p.m. Central Time. 17 is opening pitch, and guess who's on with the Houston Astros? And boy, it's gonna be probably quite a league. The best record in the American League. Astros, and once again, I say it again, if you have not had the opportunity to take a young person to see the Astros this season, they have the entire
because they're guys.
Yeah.
I want to see him anyway.
You get something in this morning?
No, I just ate.
I'm gonna do another one this evening. That is, of course, we had a self-imposed. We didn't want to impose this one on you guys, but we're going the rest of the month at least with our little health, challenge. We'll get our sexy back. Our quest for the 6-pack. More news. Is Chris back with us yet?
No.
Okay. So now another thing that's taking place, college bag. But this is the perfect time how it's going to mailbag because we're at the top of the hour and we can get some questions out the way and some topics out the way. One of them, the Pro City League. We talked about that. The championship was on Sunday, and yesterday Joseph Young scored 55 points. D'Angelo Harrison scored 41 points. They lost 131 to 137. So Daniel House scored 26 points in the win. Damon Grismore 28 points. And Rashard Woods had 30. Went to high school in Houston. And understand this next the no excuses Pro-Am League. This is a new generation that has came into it. The media. And back in the days when we talking about when NBA starters, how great it would have been. All they have to do, all it takes, and we've said it a couple of times on the Chop Shop, one of the guys that starts for my teams is they percent of the NBA players live there. That's what has happened, y'all. A lot of the guys live there now.
The state taxes come on.
Yeah, but excuse me. In the live in
Yes.
LA, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You come back on loud as this. Yeah, but
fans may not know. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, but it's and that's why it's so easy for them. John Lucas in the summer, because John Lucas wasn't tied to an NBA team. So everybody, where we going? We got them to go to the. They are in LA in the summer because there's so much to do. Every player's go down the roster. Kimberly moved out in the summer.
Way more to do. Way more to do.
Well, absolutely, but at the same time, there are guys in Houston that didn't live here that actually would come through for a couple of days and weekend in and get.
Cadillac Anderson, Vernon Maxwell, Kenny Smith, and all of these guys, Alan Level, this situation down here, if all this thing takes is number 13, y'all got to realize 13 is not here that much in the city in the summer.
What?
He's in and out, in and out,
Remember, you
in and out.
said if he has to play one time, he's not here that much.
I announced it on this show that Daniel House is his friend, okay, his teammate. So Daniel House and him, Jonathan Simmons on the same team. Daniel House said, man, they got me outnumbered. James said, I'm gonna come help you. But guess what happened in the Houston Dash? They had a big game that night, so he had to go make an appearance as an owner. So guess there ain't no V Live no more. That place is closed down. So how about that? Yeah, how about that? Different level.
On my trip last time was a different.
Yeah. Pick of the devils. So keep
Oh,
going.
you was in church on Sunday, boy. Look at you.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Now, church on Sunday.
Now, Chris, also now in amateur hoops news, I mean, it's like one of the worst kept secrets in the world, and that is Evan Mobley has committed to USC.
Scott might not know why that's the worst kept secret.
Because they had already hired his father.
And his brother is
Yeah.
already on the team.
Yeah, and so and the brother had already committed to them before they all, and so
See, the brother on the team right now,
yeah,
currently.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so they all part of the Compton Magic.
Yes.
At Chino Hills High School.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing is now, down south, we're based in Houston on the Power 101.5 FM.
Oh, we got some situation.
But that's say we don't feel the tremors of that.
Yeah.
Of that conversation. But the coach that decides to hire the father or relative of a star top shelf recruit. A lot of coaches, they understand this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What color is he?
I know exactly.
Well, we got 30 seconds. Can we go? Can we, Chris? Can we come back after the break? Let's come back. Let's go, Jimmy. Let's hit that.
So I'm gonna bring it to you. Just pause right there, and I'm gonna tie these dots for you guys. So
You gonna be all right, boss. The man talking about Longhorns got to do better than. You see what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alvin. No.
there go Yolanda Green. You've been hiding out on us, Yolanda Green. You've been playing hooky on us, baby.
Y'all come back. Man.
Yeah, start back.
Lionel Gard.
Definitely Anthony West.
It's like the same people. The same rotation.
I'm switching. Yeah, Yolanda. Herb, you late today. Sean Jones, what's that? You know what? I know he bought a team. You had to worry about the playoffs. Okay, all right. They bought a soccer team. Since it's so commonplace. So you know you my dude, man. Keep it coming. Kevin Lyles, did you get married yet? Kevin Lyles, let me find that thing. Okay.
Music down a little bit.
It's like the headphones.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Y'all just for like how much?
Yeah.
A lot of it.
But you got to just find out which one you
It's
have.
like I'm doing 4 and 5, but it's not.
Yeah, but you
don't go down on y'all.
The mics are 4 and 5. I don't know if the headphones are 4 and 5.
All right.
Yeah.
The song gonna go off now. You got 3 seconds. I was letting you know now.
On the song? All right.
What's that on?
I'm finna do.
Lionel God, you didn't break the news. I know that you didn't break no news to me. Well, they congratulating. Well, you got to wait. Well, her, even if the ink don't dry. Don't worry about it. If Jimmy's all right, I just.
What happened?
We doing it off something else over here. You ain't never touched 3, have you?
So yeah, you're gonna have to walk me through that after the show.
Okay, don't worry about
No,
it.
it might have been 5. That one was right here.
We're on the same one.
Y'all.
We're on the same frequency.
Okay, just put them on.
We on the same ear.
Y'all done took mine and put it up now. It's Melvin Dudes! It's Taco Tuesday! What about these folks? Melvin, dude.
I'm done. Nothing.
Nothing.
Lower or higher?
Down a little bit more. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so 4.5.
Yeah, we ready. Yeah, you got it cranked up?
3, 2, 1. Let me. I'm gonna keep the music in favor.
Say it again.
3.
You know I don't like you hollering now.
2.
Put your fingers up. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the inside Jim Hicks, and I don't know, Jimmy telling where he is. He might didn't want you to know. They don't send that drone because they know you're doing wrong. But we got our starting five right now. And Jimmy, who is our starting five, man?
Well, of course, today's starting five. We're gonna go with.
Number, what is the starting five?
We got Corey Willis,
Okay.
Ricky Scott,
Okay.
Waukesha Hayes,
Okay.
Melvin Dews, and
I got Todd Holmes, Lionel Gar, Rick Wilmore, Anthony Weston, and Nolan Hamilton. You're on the starting five. You're on the best starting five. Yes, I like that starting five. You can shut it down now, boss. Bring it back in because you had it. Let me bring us back. You were talking about Evan Mobley and his commitment to USC, where USC under Andy and I call him Andy I-File. He called him Infile. Yes, he has. But oh yeah, she said yeah, yes. But Chris, y'all were talking about if it happened to a coach that has came under scrutiny with.
Jimmy knows
Well,
one already.
yes, there's one, and that's it.
What about in the past? What about in the
When Chris took the job at Cal, right? The predecessor,
Quanzo, yeah.
So Quanzo goes to Missouri, and he hires the father of. Well, but he got scrutinized there. Yeah, he got scrutinized. It was almost like to some people that's like applying the cheat code, but it's legal. You follow me?
Okay. So what's the actual rule, Chris Walker? So they can't hire him as a janitor or nothing like that.
You can't hire him as a film guy. You can't hire him as a ops person. You can't hire him as an intern. And now let's talk about what others who coach AAU teams are all of a sudden getting hired by universities. And some of the guys, because these guys were they were taking care of their boys because their boys were hiring them. So what they said was, hey, guy, you have to hire him as one of your 3 assistant coaches. And most of these guys weren't ready for those positions, but because they were sending players through the AAU system, right, that's supposed to be broken, to their home. So they put rules in place and say, well, you got to be 2 years removed. Where if you are 22 years old and you ever coach summer basketball, the only way you can get the most absolutely ridiculous rule that I've ever heard of in my life.
Wow. So I mean, and understand. Do you think to be on the road 2 years, at least you had to, in other words,
2 years removed.
2 years removed.
For 2 years.
And when the rule first came into play, that was a situation to up under the new rule, meaning that they couldn't. Father John Reese was the head coach at Bryan High School and got hired at Texas, and J. Mike committed to Texas A&M.
But Jimmy, at least he's qualified. I would say he's qualified. That same rule, I might add, called a individual associated with a prospect, right? IWP, that's what they call you. Now, we all know AAU coaches or summer coaches get involved.
Grassroots coaches. Grassroots.
Guys, they get involved.
First time I've ever heard that. That's the first time I've heard that. Okay, keep going. I like that, Chris.
So my point is, they put that rule. Everybody knows who Mike Bray is, right? You know who Mike Bray is? Mike Bray coached at Notre Dame. When Coach K became who Coach K became, he had 2.
Ready to do.
Once they DeMatha High School, guess who his high school coach was? Mike Bray. So what I'm saying is, those guys, now this AAU system that's supposed to quote unquote be corrupt, is you're a 22-year-old kid and you want to coach summer basketball. You now have to make a decision. Well, I can't really coach because if I do, then a college can't hire me, which is probably what you're qualified at 22 for. But because you might be on a program that has a prospect, you can't coach.
John, you put him on the road. And that's.
But he's not qualified. That's the game, though, Jimmy. That's how they get you. They know that college coaches aren't going to do that. That shouldn't preclude him from being a film guy or an analytics guy. That shouldn't preclude him from that.
Okay.
That
So he should be able, if you got a job, he should be able to have a job.
And I understand that instead of setting them up for failure, but at the same time, these problems that we're describing right now are at the schools that with the upper budgets. This is not something.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Working for teams in Virginia, they just trying to get into business. They can't get in because they coach summer basketball, and that is the way guys use the kid.
Okay, but if that kid gonna commit there, guess what? They'll hire that kid, that guy Elon.
They will not do it. They use it as a way. I'm telling you right now. I know, but he's gonna go hire another guy that's gotta come talk to you. That's what's gonna happen here. Instead of hiring you to give players, he's gonna use that rule not to hire you. He's gonna.
Who got the power to change that?
They just implemented it about 5-6 years ago.
5 years ago. You know why? You know why they implemented it? Because of what's happening at USC right
It was
now. Trust me, everybody is up in arms. They get mad. Why do you think you're better than summer coaches? I tell every high school coach, go to a peach jam and tell me those guys.
Oh my goodness.
So why do y'all think y'all better than them? Because you coach in a high school?
But who said play defense?
I'm gonna play counsel for the high school coaches on this one.
Okay.
Well, understand, it was weighed in favor, meaning that the grassroots coaches were not high school coaches. See, over the past 10 years, there have been, it's been not as much because they know now that high school so doubling down as a summer coach. Think about it in Houston. If you just think of randomly at schools, some schools ain't got a chance, but the schools that make the playoffs with a summer program, with a grassroots program, and
you told me yourself from your camp how many high school coaches came to the SWE, and their kids are playing.
Well, that's different. Well, that's different, but not supporting. I was saying about not liking. The previous topic was whether they like, why they can't stand, or why they think they better. Or the summer coach didn't have to have a degree. You have to have a college degree. So sometimes when you,
that don't mean you're a better coach.
Well, that's for some people. They feel like they're validated. You see,
right. Okay.
And so that, and understand, but in summer there's no prerequisite. So a lot of the guys, remember, it's a dash.
I'm not gonna call any names. In the NBA, do you have to have a degree to be an assistant coach?
Nope.
Pause that right there. Now we're gonna
Jason Kidd don't have one.
We gotta go to a quick break. We come right back on the Chop Shop. You guys, hey,
Wow.
guys.
Wow.
It's more than time.
Wow.
We right back.
Wow, we can continue this one. We might can't have Chris on. No, but we can talk about it. I want to know. Show me. No, right here. Where you just trying to I got it. I know what I'm doing. That boy, that's the money too. Okay. All right. Okay. And where else?
Y'all might try to get they all.
They are. Okay.
Y'all got the same one.
No,
Right?
you just said when you went up and down on Jim, which one was it?
It was 4. But y'all was plugged into the same thing. That's
Yeah.
plugged into this. So
Yeah, but I ain't got it no more. I put it up.
so right now y'all on separate ones. Then.
Yeah, we're on separate ones now.
All right, you want to put yours on and figure out what?
Oh yeah, we're on separate ones now.
Yeah, we're on separate ones now.
You going up?
Okay.
You got to really note that. Jimmy's is what number was that?
Yeah, that was 5.
That's 5.
4 and 5. It's just at the beginning they weren't correlating to that.
Oh, okay, so what happened
Yeah, he was
was
moving you for 4, and you was plugged into 5.
yeah.
At the beginning of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. But mine wasn't saying nothing.
I guess for 3 months.
I know it. I got
So you just gotta find your spot. And Michael Beasley went to K-State because they hired his summer coach. And
Danny Manning's dad.
I mean, but it started.
Danny Manning went to Kansas because of his
And
dad.
that was one of the first.
Yeah.
Remember though, see, understand. Think about what you just said. You just mentioned K-State. And even when it happened at K-State, a lot of guys in the summer ball, we come back and get Chris Walker. He knows those guys. He knows them real.
What number it is?
That's 4.
Number right here. It's blazing. 3. 3 is blazing.
See, I'm turning down 3 or something.
Okay. It went up. No.
I cranked up to see if I was doing.
Okay, that's it right there.
I just turned.
You might be able. Well, now Chris gonna talk with the music. What? What you got?
No.
We can't.
I'm studying, dude. I got a doctorate. I might not have the paperwork for Jimmy. I got in this, Melvin. I ain't lying.
Like me.
Much time have I spent in
I
this
didn't play
thing?
no basketball in college, and I feel like I got 3 doctorates in the same time. At the same time, people got to keep that same energy when it applies to something else. That's all. People like losing the energy when it don't apply to that.
Right.
You know?
29 minutes.
What you say?
Hold on, man.
Come on, man. You was ahead. Yeah. What?
Somebody made a comment to me saying that I don't care if the NBA averages 20,000 fans per game and the W.
I'm
getting it over here.
No, Walt, that's a women rock Wednesday topic.
I'm not going
We
there.
ain't women rock Wednesday. That's tomorrow.
No, I'm not even gonna do that.
That's tomorrow.
No, that's asinine. That's asinine.
Say that again?
That's asinine.
That's asinine. You're right. Okay.
The move.
You're right, Howard. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's asinine.
Y'all gonna have the women mad at y'all. Y'all gonna have the women mad at y'all.
Degrees, and we're talking about summer coaches and sharing understanding for a lot of people. The relationship, the pledge on yesterday from Gary Charles to start addressing it as grassroots instead of summer.
And the
ball.
reason he's
All of it.
Yeah.
but we was trying to differentiate. He wasn't on the show, man.
Yeah, because in the month of March, when they first started playing up in New York City, it's not summer.
In Texas, we say coat, but you could be asking for a Sprite. Everybody knows summer ball. Am I right?
Topic again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, and that is to shine light on the topic about high school coaches. And, this is a real, I don't say dangerous, but a real, what the other side is complaining about. Then you have some towards a summer coach and a grassroots coach. Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The high school primarily, note.
Some of them are.
Most of the majority of them are paid to be teachers. They're can be anywhere from, as a head coach, anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000 period for a couple of hours a day, and they're restricted. Governing bodies from the amount of hours they can spend with the. They have unlimited access, and it's not the high school coach's fault, not their fault. So what happens is the power when it comes to recruiting. If a college coach calls the high school coach and trying to PE, even if he is, what if he's calling roll right now?
But people got self
Of teaching help. His phone call is going to roll over into voicemail. That same college coach, these guys, and I try to student athletes, they have a certain time in their day that they're going to
saying. That's what I'm trying to say, because that's too much. So the high school, the summer coaches answer the phone.
He gonna answer that phone.
They got jobs at work. They got work jobs. They got jobs too.
But understand.
I know you.
That summer coach. In many cases, there's a quest for the power.
It's food. He has a chance to make an impact on.
Not
He
8
don't
hours
have
a
an
day.
8 hour day. He has maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, well, how he can go?
Hold on, let me finish. And on top, go to lunch with him. He can do the same exact things that the summer coaches. A championship. And guess what? These summer coaches are more high-level coaches than these high school guys because they're coaching.
More high level. So
You're in a more high-level situation. They got guys at the Peach Jam that are better coaches than college coaches I've coached with. That's real talk.
you know what? I've heard some coaches say that.
To change everything, stop going fishing in the summer and go coach AAU then.
Wait, he said that. That was very demeaning.
What
Talking about go fish.
Always open to the kids in the neighborhood.
Now that's a good one. Hold up. I'm not from Houston. These coaches, administrative situation.
Well,
You follow
the
me?
thing about an open gym,
That's true.
and that's the thing now. So
But these kids don't have nowhere to go harder to have open.
And from the AAU standpoint, if you want power with your kids, open your gym.
but that's
Now they're around you more.
but summer coaches as well. They understand. People didn't realize
Yes.
what happened with Bruce Glover's dad.
Always open
What
his
happened
gym.
with Coach Glover? And a lot of people ask me all the time, well, man, Glover can't never understand. And I'm gonna tell you guys, because I know I'm pretty close with Coach Glover
my
for
man.
years. Oyediji died. That's the young man that was signed with A&M that died on the way home from the prom. When Toby died,
Took a vibe.
part of Glover
Yeah.
died. Ball, and you end up, remember I tell everybody, you're gonna compromise your job, He started counting down the years to retirement. Good, because his gym was open. That means if you went to Westbury,
Always
Sharpstown,
open.
you went to
Always
schools that were nearby, you can come and get some hoop in there. The power of persuasion. All you gotta do to some of them, all you gotta do, let me get people.
But the coaches are not opening gyms, Jimmy.
Not in every school, but guess what? The ones that get it, there are more that get it now. I'm talking about.
You can say the gym is always open.
I've heard of
Jack Yates High School, you go in and ball with Greg Wise.
And that's why it's one of the best.
The schools that are winning, that's what I'm saying, they got recruitable student athletes. You can go, the schools that don't have recruitable student athletes, that coach.
So we got two high school coaches opening gyms. Coaches, the players, they I'm serious. I mean, that's not Bryce Griggs. That man, where you go? These guys ain't gonna hoop.
We grow up to get better. All they do is go to the show. I know so many kids going around them cones and they put them other 9 players out there. It's like they playing baseball.
and ask out there
That's a good one.
what coach regularly open their gyms. I know schools. Talking about this week, because what happens in August, a lot of floors are getting waxed.
We talking about over the summer. Because summer's over with.
That's regularly.
Got a job last week. We ain't talking about you. Come on, Jimmy. I'm sorry, man. Come on, man.
What coaches, high school coaches, do you know who have? Now I can say Lonnie Reynolds did over at Wheatley High School, but once again, it would take somebody a star at Wheatley to go and play with him.
And guess what, Jimmy? I'd like to shout out to Chris Walker, wherever you at, and where we at around
Dallas.
huh?
Dallas. The Dallas people over there.
Excuse me, but Walter Yates Penn is a college coach. Let's get off that. But
the son of Kevin Lewis, the former topic to introduce you guys to. Just hang right there on the chop shop.
Leave me alone. Coach, you know what I said.
Coach Boutte.
You folks better leave me alone.
Staffs discourage the guys that don't attend the school to come to
Okay,
the
I can understand that liability. I understand high school coaches, not college coaches.
I mean, understand.
Okay, that's good.
And if I see a kid from Beaumont saying he ain't got nowhere to hoop, and I can say, well, hell, why you go to Beaumont Westbrook? You know, that's in your vicinity.
I mean, it's like this. That man said, by and large, high coach, talking about the kid.
You decipher the summer coach, the high school coach, who's also the grassroots high school parent or a former high school. Remember, he was the head coach at Klein College. Alongside of him is Stephen Woods.
Yeah.
And I forgot where he was at. The young fella. They have 3 high school coaches on their bench. I think Team Hard
for the
that's one.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Welcome back to the Chop. Minutes past the hour. The Chop Shop, your midday sports happy hour. The best 120 minutes of your day. Don't forget, guys, this weekend the basketball program will take place at Yates Saturday and Sunday.
I'm down.
And do you guys know who are opening the doors or who have opened their doors to their gyms during the summer? Some coaches are going to get outside the box like Greg Wise, and this is one of the reasons why there may be so much envy with Greg Wise for being creative. He put those students be able to fund, and it makes life better when they go on the with getting everything from extra pairs of socks once they leave outside of those gates. Life is hard, not just for Yates, but for many schools out there. Life is hard for a lot of these kids. But guess what? There's no reason for you to feel sorry. The vehicles right now on the Power, listen to us on the Power HTX and watch us. You can interact with us. You can share your thoughts with not just us, but a lot of the viewers from all over the world. But does an open gym make you a high major play in college? Life ain't fair. At the end of the day, you can open.
You're right, Jim.
That's not what we're talking about. My black butt out of trouble. That's the other thing it did. A little bit old, it's called the YMCA.
Yes, sir.
When we were kids, we played at the YMCA and the boys club. Now that's been replaced by summer travel basketball.
That's right.
That's why I get mad when these guys chop these dudes up. These dudes are taking these kids places I can only dream of going. Right? There's bad doctors.
Bad everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I asked you for a piece of money, and I still got that lint in my pocket.
Understand, Chris? You just hit one. You just hit one. A hell of a topic, and we can dive into that topic on tomorrow. And that for the high school coach said that's not his fault. Okay, if you're doing it for the kids.
But we're not complaining. What I'm saying is, don't look down.
I gave a disclaimer at the beginning of this thing. With a lot of the coaches, when the coach get the blame for the kid not passing, but then it's the power of the recruiting.
I will tell you this though: there are more summer coaches that know the rules. College coaches got access to the summer coaches. The college coaches of school
that the summer coach on a travel team has is far more greater than the high school coach.
Just like black churches in Texas, there's a summer team on every corner.
But I think enough is enough. Every time you just can't have a new man. I can't keep up with all these AEs. Cause you can't play over here. His daddy gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna start your team." Then little Jackie, huh?
It's culturally cool, Adam.
His son to go start a team.
That's right. To do with the money. Are there too many volleyball
teams? But who's gonna fund it?
No. So basketball is just good. His son ain't playing because his son can't play that good. So he started his team and let his son. I was on one of them teams, Jimmy, long time ago.
You was one of them players. You know
no, I wasn't. I ain't never started a team. We were not PGWs. Now, we was a pair of strong black males. Watch that, because you got guys that'll create a narrative. If you don't let them do whatever you want with your son, they'll say, "Oh, he PGW."
And the summer coach don't get paid. The high school coach do.
Right there.
And also tomorrow go into the academic athlete, a recruitable student athlete. We talking about Division I student athletes. Okay. That does not. Hold it to tomorrow. Hold it for tomorrow.
Oh, I can't stand that.
Hold it. Just hold it for tomorrow. And then of course, also because Stacey Houston is on from Dallas, and he said, you know what? That came close to happening a couple of years ago, and it came in the East Coast was really popular in August. And I almost convinced me to get in DC to take a team up there from Houston, and we had some good from Texas. It was happening, and it fell through. But it would take resources.
What does Stacey Houston say?
Guys, I'm sorry for those that are listening and viewing right now. This is we're going to bring this topic back.
Yeah.
But it's time to land this plane. It's time to take it for the next 4 hours.
Yes, sir.
Guys, once again, we appreciate everyone. Make sure you share.
My son ain't playing. I'm finna start another team. My son ain't playing, Jimmy. Little Johnny. Okay. Okay.
Who blames?
Oh, I got you, Stace. I took care of Stace. Stace said super team.
Damn.
I didn't say a super team.
Damn.
This nigga in there. Shit, I gotta get a no. And she gotta be standing.
That's one of the ones that go on the cell phone.
Yeah, but you got that other end go in the thing. It's got to be.
So it gotta be both of those ends.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so that means the other end gotta be one too.
No. One end got to be the one that you can stick in the. Like I can't stick this one into a computer.
That's what I'm saying, but both ends.
We on YouTube. We on YouTube. Huh? We go.